During the January Pantry Challenge, there was a comment made by Dazer Jeannie who suggested Ugly Meat Mondays. And I went, oh my God, I love that. I just love that. Because we use a lot of ugly meat around this house. Yes, we do. Ugly meat started with Ugly Chicken years ago now, when I did a video showing people how to can raw packed chicken. And there was always a debate. I mean, it was ridiculous about, I can't can it that way because it's ugly. Because it is. I mean, that's ugly chicken, right? It's not supposed to look pretty. It's supposed to taste good. So, Ugly Chicken was born, but it is basically the raw packed chicken process. And we go through a lot of this every single year. I always try to find sales and I put it up. I prefer chicken breasts. A lot of people think that chicken breast is dry. I don't, but so if you like the dark meat on the bird, right? Definitely go for the thighs. That's much moister. It's the same thing with pork. If you do pork butt, it is much more moist than pork loin because of the fat content in the meat. It's just the way it works. So if you're super sensitive to dry chicken meat, do the dark meat, okay? But I do chicken breast, and it's ugly, baby. It is so ugly. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and we are all about pantry preparedness with a heavy lean into safe canning because there's no sense in putting food up if it's going to try to kill your family, right? This is from 2021. Yes, it is. So I'm still working through the last few jars of 2021. I put up about 100 pounds a year of ugly chicken, and we go through about 100 pounds of ugly chicken every year. We use it for a bunch of different things. But I know that there's a conundrum where people go, what do I do with it? What do you use it for? Now that I've put it in a jar, I don't know what to do with it. And so on that note, we have a collaboration that happens in March called Make It March, where me and 6 of my buddies put together videos for you every single day in the month of March, showing you different ways to use items that we've canned, hopefully to inspire you, your creativity, and your ability to feed you and yours. Today, I am going to show you, however, I know it's only February, but I'm going to do Ugly Meat Mondays. So for the month of February, I'm committing to Ugly Meat Monday. And today, I'm going to show you a chicken casserole recipe, and hopefully you enjoy it. For my low carb people, this can be made even lower carb. However, I did make it pretty low carb. It's not what you would call keto. It's just low carb. I did make it for us as higher protein. So what I show you will be slightly different than the recipe that I have linked down below in the description box. Okay. I used more chicken. I used the breadcrumbs, which typically I would shy away from, but truth be told, they weren't that horrible for carb count. So when I did all the math, I kind of went, ooh, I like this, right? And it is a smallish casserole. So if you are 1 or 2 people and don't want leftovers, you can absolutely divide this recipe in half, and that will feed 2 people very nicely. Or if 1 person and an extra day of leftovers, I made it, quartered it, and so Phil ate a quarter, and I ate a half of a quarter. If you're good at fractions, you can tell me what that is. And that was more than filling for me. And every single bite, I kind of went, oh my God, they're going to love this. Oh my God, they're going to love this. Okay. Is this totally clean eating? No, look at the recipes. Get serious. Okay. But in honor of the January Pantry Challenge, it was still stuff that I had in my house. I had a bag of spinach I had to use. I had the soup. I had the chicken, baby. Yeah. And I had the breadcrumbs. And, you know, the rest was easy to go. So this is a casserole that doesn't require pasta because that seems to be the theme with casseroles. And I don't do pasta anymore, really. So we're going to do this. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section down below. Let's get started. I am excited about this recipe. So you've got a basic small, if this is a smallish casserole dish, like I said, and did it for 2 people and anticipated leftovers. And I used 2 pints of ugly chicken. However, the recipe in print only shows 1 because I kind of realized after I put the second one in there that it might be a lot of chicken. It was, but it was very filling, so it was very good. And you're not going to beat it up a whole lot. You're just going to break it up into manageable pieces. You know, ugly chicken is so easy to shred, right? It's just fantastic. Somebody's going to say you shouldn't be using a metal spoon. I'm not beating the heck out of my jar. We're good. We're all good. So we've got the chicken down as the base layer. That's going to be your bottom layer in the casserole dish. And then we're going to add on, I know, but we're going to add on a can of cream of chicken soup. You can obviously use whichever soup that you like, or whatever version of cream of chicken soup that you like, or if you prefer cream of mushroom, or, you know, whatever. And then just spread it over the top of it. Just make a layer. You can see that it covers the top of this nicely. I did consider at one point maybe I should put this all in a bowl and mix it all together, but I like the way it came out. I might try mixing it all together next time and then putting it in the casserole dish. As you will see moving forward, it gets a little tricky when you start stacking stuff. So there is my spinach, the last of my spinach from the refrigerator, and I'm just tearing it up a little bit, throwing it on there. Life is good, because I had to have something green. I had to have something green in there. I cannot do it without it. And next we're going to add the cheese. Now I had 2 kinds of cheese that equaled up to 2 cups. It might be a little heavy-handed on the cheese, but I mean, it is the culinary glue, my friends. Hello. So I had cheddar cheese and, I don't know, some other kind of cheese. I think it was a Swiss blend. Now, in this dish, I'm adding some soft butter. I'm going to put it in the microwave and heat it up. And I may have overestimated a little bit, but you never know. And I'm measuring out the breadcrumbs. Use any breadcrumbs that you like, or don't use them. I mean, seriously, this is a part that I really feel can be skipped because of the cheese. However, I will admit that the flavor on this is phenomenal. Mix your melted butter in with your breadcrumbs and then stir it all around so that you don't have any dry breadcrumbs in that dish. Yeah, that's all you're going to do. You're just going to crumble it up. You're creating a crumble for the top of your not dessert. It's a chicken dessert. That's what it is. It's a chicken dessert, my friends. So we're just going to get that all mixed together, pull the casserole dish over. See, I'm stacked kind of high there, but you know, I love a challenge. I really do. So now we're just going to spread out that topping over the top of it. They do have keto, or basically they're pork rind breadcrumbs that you can use. If you are gluten sensitive, you can always use an almond flour breadcrumb. You know, do what works best for you. This is very flexible. It's ugly chicken. It's not brain surgery. So we're just going to get that spread out all nice, because, you know, presentation is everything. The chicken can be ugly, but, you know, not necessarily the casserole. Actually, I don't care. Just pulled it out of the oven and look at that. You want to put it in there for about 30 minutes, give or take. Let the cheese melt, let the top crunch up a little bit, but the top is still very loose. Let it sit. Seriously, you have to let it sit for at least 10 minutes. And it will just kind of come together like the beautiful thing that it is. But it's still super easy to get in there. The hardest thing was cutting up the chicken on the bottom, because I left it in kind of big chunks. So again, this might be a case for mixing it all in the bowl ahead of time, other than the topping, you know, and the cheese. Now this is my serving, so I got a half of a quarter. Okay, but look at that cheese. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. I cannot begin to tell you how good this tasted. It was so good. And because I'm counting calories and carbs and macros, you know, all the stuff, I was going to make sure that I got every little bit out of my section of that casserole. Yes, look at that cheese pull. Yes, good stuff. And now we have Phil, because he hasn't done a taste test in a long time. And I said, what do you think? Is this something to do on repeat? What do you think? Okay, you saw the taste test. Phil mowed on it, and I have to admit, it was so good. I absolutely loved this. And so, yeah, we'll just keep it on rotation. You know, it'll be something that I visit again another day when I go, oh yeah, how am I going to use that? It's a great thing to keep around just in case. And you can mix it up any way you want. Like I said, you can put in any vegetable that you want. I put in the spinach because a little bit of color, and because Phil won't let me put peas in a casserole. It's criminal around here, the stuff that I have to put up with. Okay, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed it. Remember, the link for the recipe is down below. And until next time, be safe. Stack it to the rafters, my friends.